Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Terry here. I haven't done a dash cam in quite some time, and I figured today'd be a good day to do it. As of right now, it is currently 4:03 p.m. on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. And as I am driving here, I'm just leaving work. We are currently in a severe thunderstorm watch until 6 o'clock. Over the past few hours, we've had a few significant downpours. That's why you might be seeing a spot or two in front of you on the windshield. It was raining really good, and I probably ought to turn my headlights on because it is still very dark as the cloud cover's thick. It looks like off to the west there, I don't know if you saw that when I turned it, the clouds are trying to clear maybe just a bit. However, unless they have changed any forecast synopsises, and I haven't had a chance to look since this morning, some severe weather was expected through at least 10 o'clock tonight. So I don't know if it's going to extend that far. There are also chances again come Thursday. I'm upset because this stuff started while I was at work, and oh my gosh. Once this Jeep gets past me, it's definitely clearing up that way a little bit. Turn just one, you can kind of see over there, it's clearing a bit. Let me turn back this way where I'm supposed to be coming. So, we're not going to take the usual route home. Definitely showing some breakage in the clouds in some spots. This storm moved in from the northwest, and I wished I would have been able to get off work like 3 hours ago, because the video I could have gotten would have been flat out amazing. Can you turn any closer to me? Thanks, don't do that again. We're gonna head this way, and I think we're gonna take 9th Street home today. Ordinarily, if I'm not doing a dash cam, I would be singing along to some music probably, but oh, there's a nice lightning flash. I don't know if I caught that or not. Clearly the back end of the storm is still to the east of town. Just one reason why we're going to travel this way, at least until we get to 9th Street. We are currently eastbound on West Magnolia Road. We're going to be going down the hill here. I'm frankly surprised I'm not getting any lightning detection notifications. Let's see if we can fit in behind on this side here. Horse trailer. Nice place for a horse trailer. It's one of those days, man. I would love to have been off work and chasing. Oh, sucks to be stuck at work when this stuff is happening. Hopefully, I don't know what the rest of this day is going to be like. Evening, it has gotten to be awfully cool. It's currently 63 degrees. It was well over 80 at one point before this set in, but the temperature has come down considerably as this system's moving through. I don't know if it's a front or what it is, but it is what it is. So we're going to be turning north here as soon as I get the signal. No, we're not going to go through this yellow. Now we got red again. We just had red. Man, to tell you what, the sequence of lights on this intersection, this is not one of my favorite intersections. This is 9th and Magnolia, for those of you that aren't from here. And this is probably one of the top 5 worst intersections in town as far as accidents are concerned. Others being 9th and Crawford and Broadway for sure, Ohio and Crawford, Ohio and Magnolia, Belmont and Magnolia, which is up there by that water tower. You can see almost dead center on the screen in front of me. 9th and Belmont's not the greatest in the world. Those have got to be. 9th and Schilling, that's another one. Those have got to be the worst ones by far. And man, I was really hoping by the time I got off today we were still going to see something with this weather system, and it's just not there. And I don't know when I'm going to get this uploaded, so I've got more than one I need to get done. Yeah. Hopefully I get this done sometime today. That would be optimal, but we'll see. Clouds look a little ominous that way, but you know, once it gets east of here, it's not a problem. I'm seeing all this cloud breakage to the west, and that concerns me. But the last advisories I saw from the Weather Service, I noticed some counties to the west and to the north of here have been pulled out of the thunderstorm watch. And that, concerning to the weather junkie in me, because I would rather not be done with this system yet tonight. We're down northbound on 9th, and you're going to see when I turn, a bit of low cloud off that way, more rain. It could be. We might be getting a little more precipitation in the area here before too much longer. Originally it said through 10 o'clock, and I don't know if it's going to hang out that long, but damn, I wish I could chase. Someday, I hope. Hi, FedEx. Also wished I could not hit red lights. That would be optimal. Yeah, not too much breakage in the clouds off to the northwest where the system originated. Quite a bit off to the southwest there too. On the right there, you can kind of see it, or Welton's vehicle passes off that way. So right there, you can see the new Discount Tire building. That's going to be open here soon. Looks like looking in the lobby there. Yeah, they're almost there. Oh, got some more raindroppies on the windshield. Might be a little bit of light precipitation. Get that out of our way. I don't know if that came off that car when it passed me or what, but kind of wanted to go this way, see if we had any street flooding still going. I don't know what, other than the thunderstorm watch, what we have in effect right now, so we shall see what we shall see. Definitely some ominous looking clouds in some directions, mostly to the east, which would be to the right of the camera frame. Excuse my sniffle. Really got to drop our speeds a little bit as this drops from a 40 to a 30 in this section at night. I don't know where these drops are coming from. I don't like it. It's going to rain, but I don't know. Are people sputtering up their moisture at me or not? Continue this northbound trek on 9th Street. Took this route home last night. I haven't done a night video in a while, and I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to tonight or not, but I might. We'll see. It kind of depends on what the rest of the evening brings. Golly gee, man, I wish I'd been off work though a few hours ago. It's currently 4:11 p.m. now, and I worked a 10 to 4 shift today, and all that good stuff started in 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I'm like, golly gee. It's rare that I run into this when I'm working, or at least it has been. The last several storm systems that have come through, I actually was not at work. That's like when we had that storm system come through in December of 21 that had the 100-mile-an-hour derecho with it, and I was at work initially when the initial part of it came through, and then when we got the back end wind of that and the power knocked out, I was actually at home. But by that point, the storm threat had diminished. It was just windy as I have never seen it before that day, and that was December 15th, 16th, 2021, something like that. People here in Salina might remember that because of the obscene amount of power lines that were down around town, over 9th Street, back behind me way down there, past Magnolia that we turned off of. There was a good section of that was closed for several days while they were repairing power lines. Several businesses were closed for days. I haven't seen anything like that around here very often. So that was a very rare storm system. There was a tornado that came out of that system that dropped in Iowa, and it was clocked at a ground speed of over 70 miles an hour, which I believe shattered a United States record for the fastest ground speed. I mean, that was just a bizarre storm system. And we're coming up to Crawford here, and we're going to turn left as I'm getting closer to home. I haven't seen any localized street flooding anywhere, so those, if it did, those have subsided. I honestly haven't been able to keep up with the warnings for the last few hours, so I'm not going to get to turn left off of this one. That's fine. It is just... It's storm season so far, and the prime time in Kansas runs April, May, and June, but for me, I kind of pinpoint more towards the patterns I've seen over the past several years, and I have seen this anywhere from March, primarily from March through the end of September. But like I said, with that Duratio system that came through, that was in the middle of December. So, I mean, May is the prime time generally for tornadoes, and we're 9 days into May already. Man, I'm getting hung out to dry at these red lights quite a bit. Damn. Just don't like that cloud breakage off that way. I can't really see it now, but listen to the rhythm of the turn signal. There we go. Probably gonna go westbound on Crawford towards my home. Over here in this lane. Yeah, pass me. You don't like my speed? Go ahead and speed around me. Like driving in the rain on wet. Don't particularly like driving on water-soaked roads anyway. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the moisture. I'm almost 40 miles an hour, and this dude is dusting me. Well, you've been caught on camera, speeder. Oh, I see some flashing lights up there to the left. What do I got there? Shadowy detour? Shadow. See what's going on in this light, or this parking lot up here. Might be just a traffic stop. Well, we're going to turn left into this lot. I'm going to be nosy for a minute, so. More drops. I don't know where those are coming from. Almost getting into rush hour traffic here. Oh, he turned his lights off. That was a sheriff's deputy. You're right in front of me there, going past the sign, so that was obviously a traffic stop. Nothing major. Well, darn it anyway, so I guess we'll turn back around this way. Head back eastbound, and you can kind of see some of the darker clouds off of that direction. Oh, I didn't notice that when we came by. There's some limbs in the road there. I think we must have had a little bit of tree damage in there. That was some pretty heavy high wind that we had earlier this afternoon, so. We got a lot of heavy traffic here. Try to turn left and get parked. This video turned out to be a tad bit longer than I thought it was going to be. Looks like my roof held up pretty well. That's a plus. She didn't pull up as far as she normally does. I'm shocked. I think the roommates are home, so once again we've got drops. Alright, well, I'm going to park this bad boy, go in and get a shower and cleaned up, figure out what to do with the rest of my night. May or may not be another video, we shall see. So that's going to do it for now. As always, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one.